What is happening, people? So I wanted to do a video about this whole thing that's going on with Fat Joe in the interview that he did with Math Hoffa, where it kind of started a feud here in the hip-hop world, and we just wanted to make sure that we talk about it and address it, of course, and give you guys our opinion about this, of course. I always like to get you guys to leave us a comment below and let's start a discussion about this. Let's talk about this because a lot of people seem to be confused as to who created hip-hop and who didn't, and obviously I am not an expert in who created it because I wasn't there. I'm too young to actually say that I was there when it happened, but I can tell you where I'm leaning, and you may not like my opinion, of course, but that's why I want you guys to leave a comment about this. Who do you think created hip hop? Was it the Puerto Ricans, or was it the African Americans, or was it both? Obviously, there seems to be some contribution, from the Puerto Rican community and the Latino community in general. I'm going to talk about that because I do have a list of so many rappers that are Latinos, so that we can kind of address this issue in a way that it makes sense for everybody, and hopefully this video helps the people that are confused about this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the interview, a little bit of the interview where the situation got really crazy. So check it out.
These rumors were made by radical black racists.
So now he said radical and he called him racist.
Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
I mean, in a way, he is saying the truth. There's a lot of people that criticize anybody who's different in that world and in the hip hop world in general. And I mean, we do have a lot of people that contributed to hip hop that are different cultures, of course, that are not 100% African Americans. There's Hispanic people from Puerto Rico and other places who pretty much created a lot of things as well. Obviously, were they the people that founded and created it all? I don't really think so, because it's the Bronx, and it's just, so I don't know. But the Bronx has a lot of people: Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and all that stuff. And we're gonna actually play a video of Cuban Link as well, because he was talking, he was saying a couple of things about Fat Joe that kind of, shed some light in the situation, because obviously Fat Joe, did him wrong, and I actually didn't know that because I didn't follow Fat Joe as much when I was younger, but he goes on to say that, the FBA...
you want me to say it name? We're going to give him too much clout.
I mean...
the FBA, Foundational Black...
Yeah, so the FBA is, which he says the leader is Tariq Nasheed. I don't know Tariq Nasheed as well. I don't follow what he does. I don't really know too much of him, of course. But basically he's saying that this guy is their leader. And he's the guy that kind of, he's not saying it directly, but he's kind of saying it indirectly to put some light into this. But what do you guys think about this? Like I said, I want to get your opinion about this because this is a very interesting topic to me because I love hip-hop. Who created hip-hop? Or did the Latinos or the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, or whatever, did they contribute to it? Or was it just an African-American thing? Like I said, I believe personally that it was an African-American thing, and then it expanded to other places. Obviously, the Jamaican brothers contributed with Busta Rhymes, Biggie. There's a lot of people that are coming from the Caribbean that are doing their thing, and that's why I wanted to make sure that everybody gets the credit where it's due, because it is a big deal, and it's important for everybody to be represented here. So Dr. Umar Johnson made an interesting video about this, and I'm not a follower of Dr. Umar in any way, but he did make sense in what he said. I want to play a clip about that to see what you guys think about that as well. So the first right over here, it's he said something really interesting, so check it out.
There needs to be a public discussion, a town hall meeting on this issue, because I don't want this to turn left. I don't want it to turn right. And I don't want the white American power structure to manipulate American Africans against Latino Africans. So what needs to happen? All the mothers and fathers of hip hop, everyone who believes that they are a mother or father of hip hop, everyone who claims to have been there at the foundation of hip hop need to be on.
That would be nice for that to happen, and the reason for that is because we need to get this thing figured out, because it just seems like the people that were there that are still alive, we don't want them to die off. We want them to be available and come in and talk about this, even like you said, have a town hall. And I agree with that 100% with Dr. Umar, because most of the new generation doesn't know. We don't know who really did it. It's just we can only say that that we think this group did that. I personally think it's it was the African Americans who created that, because they were the fundamental people that that's hip hop. But again, I don't know. I'm only going from what I know, which is not much on the topic. But there does seem to be some infighting between Fat Joe and Cuban Link. And with this fight and this situation that's going on, that's going back and forth with them, it just seems like the issue is kind of, I don't know, it seems like Fat Joe did Cuban Link wrong. And let me just put a clip for you guys to see what I'm talking about.
So he acts like he didn't do us dirty, and we feel we even worse. Because, Pun is worse, because you see what happened with his family after he passed away. You see why he had the nerve to watch, while the world also watched, his family, Pun's family, go back to the poorhouse on some,
So, if you don't know Big Pun, I'm going to put a picture right over here for you guys to see who Big Pun is. He was the guy who did the Big Punisher song. Was it I can't think about it right now, but it was a song with Fat Joe, and it was a pretty big song. So I remember that he did the song. I'm gonna put the name here. Right now I can't think of the name of the song, but it was Big Punisher with Fat Joe. And I think even early DJ Khaled. If you see the video, you're gonna see DJ Khaled in this video, like when he was younger, because that's how old the song is. So I remember it being something that Big Pun did, and so that's one part too that makes me think about this. According to what Cuban Link is saying, basically he's saying that Fat Joe did Big Pun really bad. So that makes you think too, right there. How did it get that bad? I mean, he didn't help his family when they needed, and I guess he basically sent them to the poorhouse. So that's a pretty sad situation if you think about it, because Big Pun pretty much helped Fat Joe get to where he had to go, and that's why it's kind of a sad situation, of course. So if it is true, which I don't know, I wasn't there. So it's really a sad situation that he wouldn't help. And then in the video here, he talks about how Fat Joe took some money. So it's really sad. It's really sad at the end of the day. So in the video here, let me just continue playing the rest for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about.
Crazy shit like that. Y'all already seen this. So this disgusting pig got the nerve now to be acting like, oh, he's so pro-Latino. He's so pro-Latino, and no, he's not pro-Latino. He's a thrifty pig, disgusting, greedy bastard. That's all he is. And there's examples for this. I wouldn't say this if it wasn't examples. When he patented and Terror Squad got a deal from Atlantic Records for $10 million, this nigga, this fat snake bastard, tried to give Pun $15,000 for him to perform in the whole Terror Squad album, the first one. He gave me $10,000. That's what he gave.
So $10,000. So it looks like there's some bad dealings here, some bad blood with Cuban Link and Fat Joe, and I think him and Big Pun were more, they were more close to each other. But the song that I was talking about was Still Not a Player. For some reason, I could not think of the name of the song at this time when I was doing the video here. But it was that Big Pun song with Still Not a Player. I think it also featured Joe on it. They're in a club and whatever. So that was a big deal back in the day. But like I said, I saw this and I said, wow, people are getting that divisive these days, especially with hip hop. Obviously, we know that Puerto Ricans and Latinos in general contribute a ton to hip hop and reggaeton, and dembow and all this type of stuff. So we know, that obviously hip hop, it's specifically started out in the Bronx or whatever, but definitely there was a lot of contribution, and I wanted to show that part of it too because I just looked up this article here, well, not an article, but more like a page here on Wikipedia, where I see all these artists, and I predominantly put Latinos, but there's also like a section here where they talk about Puerto Rican rappers as well. But because this is a Latino community, we're going to talk about everybody. So here you have, and I'm just going to put a few that I know. Obviously, 6ix9ine, even though he's a snitch or whatever, he's a big, he's a big guy in the hip hop world right now. He was at some point. Lloyd Banks apparently is Latino. I didn't know Big Pun right here, which we were talking about earlier. That's him. Let's see, Cardi B, Chino XL. I heard of him. CJ, I don't know who that is, but Cuban Link, we were talking about it. Cypress Hill from California. Got a bunch of hits, by the way. Let's see, Cat, who's that? I see some of these people I don't know, so I don't want to talk on them. Fat Joe Fabulous, apparently is of Latino descent as well. Denori, Angie Martinez, there she is right here. I think she's Puerto Rican. Lil Xan, Lil Pump. Let's see who else. I know about Lil Pump. I don't know who Sabor Latino is. Cap G, Cool Lady, I don't know who that is. A lot of these rappers I don't know. I guess Ice Spice, Immortal Technique, I know who that is. He's a big rapper from back in the day, still doing his thing. It's kind of like a political type of rapper. Ice Spice, we all know who Ice Spice is. I don't know who Gerardo is. Kevin Gates, I think he's Puerto Rican as well. Fulanito, Frost, I think he was formerly known as Kid Frost back in the day. Pitbull, I don't know who these guys are. Pumpkinhead, Scuba, I don't know who that is. Paul Rodriguez, I don't know. Sicario, Jules Santana, we all know Jules Santana. So there's a few people. Smoke Pop, Perp. I can't say, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I heard of him. T-Bone, I don't know who that is. Trina, I know she's Latina herself. She's part, I think she's Dominican or something like that. So there's a lot of contribution here, and if you look at Puerto Rican rappers, that's a whole different situation here. There's a ton of them in the Puerto Rican world, and a lot of them are reggaeton artists, but Anuel, Raul, can't say it right. Obviously, Daddy Yankee, known for, what's the name of that song, Despacito, which was, one of the biggest hits out there. Bad Bunny, Big Boy, let's see, Fat Joe, Hector El Father, which is really big in the Latino world. Ozuna, you have Don Omar, you have, he made that song for the Fast and Furious, Bryant Myers. You have a lot of Puerto Rican rappers too, so you do have to give them credit for that. PJ Sinsuela, Residente, you got Tempo, Mike Towers, Bico C. So you just have pretty high amount. I mean, Daddy Yankee right here, which we were talking about earlier. So there's a lot of contribution, and of course there's the people that are working in the background, making beats and doing the dancing and all that stuff. So we also have to give credit to them. Now, what do you guys think about this? Like I said, I always like to get a comment about this. Let us know what you guys think about it. Who do you think created hip hop? Was it the Puerto Ricans? Was it the blacks? Was it a mix of both? Who did it? Because obviously, it's tearing up our communities together here. People are fighting over this stuff, and it makes no sense that this is happening. We should all be getting along, playing our music, enjoying our artwork, our art form, and just having fun with it. Hopefully, this video helped clear things out a little bit. I like to think that I could help with this stuff. I don't think I did, but obviously, we have a lot of legends, and there's a lot of legends in the Latino community. And then there's billions of legends in the African American community, especially, FBA, people that are fundamentally from the United States, and they're African Americans. So that's, there's even here you have a section here, by the way, of women rappers as well, which I didn't even notice this. But Bia apparently is of Puerto Rican descent. Jocelyn Hernandez, which I think I heard of her. Corey LeRae, I think she's Benzino's daughter. I think, not sure. Young Miko, Young Ma, I heard of her. Ivy Queen, I heard of her. So there's a lot of people making music in the Puerto Rican world. So when Fat Joe says that, that he is someone who, obviously he's been in the world enough, a lot more than I have, to know this stuff. Obviously he shouldn't be the only person speaking on it, and you never want to do that because there's so many people that can give their opinions about this. So we hope this video helped. We'll see you in the next video. Definitely, like I said, let's have a chat. And one last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to plug in our giveaway. We have a giveaway. We're going to be giving about $200, $150 or so in deposits via Cash App. Also, we're going to be doing it through Venmo, and I release PayPal as well. And I'm also going to have gift cards that are going to be posted in the video, so make sure to watch these videos because they're going to come by surprise, and it's going to be after we have our 500 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get in on the action, of course, because we have we want to make sure to do that to take care of our fans. So we'll see you on the next video.